I tested Tiny 11 25H2 v14 for over a week, and here's the part that shocked me. It stayed completely stable even in low latency mode, something most lightweight builds struggle with. If you're dealing with lag or stutter, what I show you next could fix it for good. Hey everyone, this is Apatus, and if you're new here, glad to have you. Today we're looking at Tiny 11 25H2 v14. Before anything else, you should know this isn't some random Tiny 11 copy floating around on a sketchy website. This is a premium build. Take a look at what's on screen right now and you'll see exactly why it's worth it. Let's start with getting it downloaded. Head to the official link in the pinned comment and grab the Tiny 11 Creator. Once you've got it open, click Build. Just make sure your internet is on because the creator needs to fetch a few files to put everything together. Give it around 10 to 20 minutes depending on your connection speed. Now, if you'd rather skip the creator altogether, you can also grab the ready-made installer straight from the official site. Honestly, that route is usually faster. One thing though, don't download Tiny 11 from anywhere else. Not from random forums, not from unofficial mirrors. Those sites are unsafe and you're risking malware on your PC. Our site is the only place this build is officially available. Once everything wraps up, you'll see a message that says "Build finished successfully" in the creator log. That's your green light. The installer is ready, and now we move on to actually installing it. There are two ways to install Tiny 11. You can do it with a bootable USB or without one. Let's start with the no USB method first, since it's usually quicker and easier for most people. Open Zeno. You'll find it inside the folder the creator just built for you, or you can grab it separately from our website while you're downloading the installer. Zeno lets you skip the USB step entirely. All you need to do is select your installer file, and it'll show you a list of drives to choose from. Pick the one you want Tiny 11 installed on. Just be careful here. Make sure that drive is empty and doesn't have anything important on it because everything on it gets wiped. Give Zeno about 5 minutes and it'll finish setting up the OS for you. Restart your PC and you'll see it sitting there in a dual boot menu. That means your old operating system and all your files stay exactly where they are, and now you've also got a fresh, clean copy of Tiny 11 sitting right next to it. If that dual boot screen doesn't show up for some reason, you might have to set it up manually with a BCD editor. If that sounds intimidating, don't worry, just email our support team and they'll walk you through it. Now let's talk about the second method, installing with a bootable USB. Go with this one if Zeno didn't work out for you, or if you just prefer doing a traditional clean Windows install. Open Rufus from the same folder. And if you only downloaded the installer by itself, no problem. Just head back to our website and grab Rufus from there too. It's worth mentioning, stick to the Rufus version from us. The one floating around the regular web might not play nice with Tiny 11. Plug in your USB. Same rule applies here. Make sure there's nothing important on it because it's all getting erased. Select the installer, hit start, and Rufus will flash it onto your drive. That process takes roughly 10 to 15 minutes depending on how fast your USB is. Once it's finished, restart your computer. When your manufacturer's logo pops up, hit your boot menu key and select the USB drive. If you're not sure which key that is, a quick Google search will sort you out. It's usually F12, F8, or delete. Inside the installer, you'll set your time, region, and currency format. Don't worry about language right now, you can always change that after installation. Move forward to the drive selection screen and take your time here. Pick the correct drive carefully, because selecting the wrong one means losing your data for good. Give it another 5 to 10 minutes, and the installer will boot straight to your desktop automatically. And by the way, if you'd rather skip all of this and just want to convert your current Windows install into Tiny 11 with a single click, check out our app, Velotic. This isn't a sponsored mention, we built it ourselves. This is Velotic, one app where you can actually manage your PC without juggling 5 different tools. First up, the dashboard. You open it and immediately see what's going on. CPU, memory, disk space, the things you check anyway, just laid out clearly. If you game, this part's for you. It helps with frame rates and keeps your GPU configured for gaming. You set it up once and you're not digging through Windows settings every time you launch a title. Cleanup runs on its own. When RAM gets tight or junk builds up, Velotic clears it out. You do not have to remember to run a cleaner, and it just handles it when needed. Debloating Windows. There are ready-made profiles, or you can make your own. Remove the stuff you never use. Keep what you actually need. Installing apps. Need something installed? Search here, click Install. No hunting through download pages or worrying if you grab the right file. Disk space and efficiency. It can compress files on your drive to free up room, up to around 70% in some cases without slowing things down. There is also tuning to keep the CPU cooler and help battery last longer on laptops. Tweaks, if you like control. Over 500 small settings you can turn on or off. Nothing is forced on you. You pick what fits, how you actually use your machine. So why one app? Most utilities do one job. Velotic puts cleanup, debloating, installs, and tuning in one place. Early bird pricing is in the description. This is the one a lot of people ask about, Tiny11. Go to the debloat page, hit play next to Tiny11, and Velotic runs the whole process. You do not have to follow a 20-step guide. If it sounds useful, the link is in the description. Thanks for watching. Once you're on the desktop, the real setup begins. Open the Configure toolbox sitting right there on your desktop. Go to the compression section and turn it on. This step cuts your disk usage roughly in half, and we recommend it for pretty much any PC. It takes somewhere between 30 minutes to an hour to finish. You can keep working while it runs in the background, but honestly, this is a great excuse for a coffee break. You've earned it for making it this far. And don't worry, compression isn't mandatory. If anything feels off afterward, you can turn it back off with a single click. Once compression finishes, let's take a look at how much space Tiny11 is actually using. Just 7 gigabytes. Compare that to a standard Windows install, which often eats up 40 to 50 gigabytes thanks to all the bloat and forced updates nobody asked for. We'll be dropping a full benchmark video in a couple of days over on our channel, HT. Keep an eye on the pinned comments. We'll drop the link there once it's live. Next, let's get you online. Open the Configure app, head to the Browsers section, and pick whichever browser you like. I'm going with Chrome here, but Firefox, Opera, Edge, Brave, and Zen are all there too if you'd rather use one of those. Once your browser's set up, go check out both of our YouTube channels through the Community tab. Apidus is where we post installation and setup tutorials, and HT is where you'll find benchmarks and configuration deep dives. While you're at it, join our Discord too. It's a solid place to hang out with the community, chat with other members, and get support whenever you need it. You'll also find links to both Velotic and the Tiny11 website right there inside the Configure app. Now, if you ever run into crashes or memory errors while gaming, there's a quick fix. Turn on paging files, open the Configure app, find the paging files section, and just hit Enable. These are switched off by default to save a bit of storage, but turning them on helps prevent those memory-related crashes. Just restart your PC afterwards so the change takes effect. And now, probably the most important part of this whole setup, drivers. Normally, Windows 11 dumps dozens of drivers onto your system automatically, most of them outdated, bloated, and honestly unnecessary. Half the time they don't even work right. With Tiny11, you're in control of exactly what gets installed. Open the Configure app, go to the System section, and run Driver Booster. From there, you can scan your system and install everything, or just pick and choose what you actually need. If you're into gaming or editing, you'll want your graphics drivers sorted. Everyone should grab Wi-Fi and Bluetooth drivers too for proper speed and connectivity. And if you're on a laptop, don't forget battery and touchpad drivers. If you're not sure what you need, just select everything. These drivers are curated specifically for your hardware, so nothing unnecessary is going to sneak in. Once your drivers are installed, that's it. Your new minimal Windows setup is ready to go. Now, quick word on why Tiny11 is a premium service. It comes down to security and support, things you simply won't get with free builds floating around out there. Sure, free versions exist, but they're a gamble. Some are unstable, some are outright broken, and some have malware buried inside. What you're getting here is a safe, stable operating system built for your daily work and everyday use. And if anything ever goes wrong, we're right here to help you fix it. So go ahead and grab it while the deal's still up. Thanks for watching. This is Apidus, signing off.